of Andes with Divici News is sponsored by our creator, the King of Kings, bringing to you some divine journalism from the New Jersey State Corporation. By now, we know that the United States is a corporation and New Jersey is a corporation. And corporations need a contract to have authority over the living. Therefore, they have no authority since this contract was obtained through the birth certificate legal name fraud under concealment, right? In order for them to become the owners of the inherited land and all its natural resources. We also know that the birth certificate is copyrighted. Therefore, they have duped us into slavery, right? And the trap is that they never give you permission to use that legal name in order for them to apply the billions of statutes and codes. Therefore, it is a legal fact that it is illegal to use a legal name. Yes, my friend, in this episode, we're going to focus and we're going to talk about. First, let me remind you that I am on my 36th day of fasting. And once again, all glory to our Creator that has made it possible that I can contain the desires to eat um, what we usually eat in a daily routines because we've been programmed for it. Well, in this episode, we're gonna talk about that there has never been a flu season, that everything has been auto fabricated through weather control, through those antennas that have been strategically placed, or what we call the silent weapons, unsilent wars. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5G, which was installed exactly when you were told never to come out when you were on lockdown for this exact purpose. Because they didn't want you to see where this was going to be installed. Because it is the connection of these antennas and its sound wave frequencies that create the freezing cold and heat waves all this time, obviously in combination with nitrogen and hydrogen, which has also been the reason why you get the invisible enemies symptoms. Yes, my friend, it has been all this time fraud. We've been for the purpose or one of the many or multiple reasons that they came up with this idea is not only to control the mind consciousness, but also to destroy the nervous and immune system gradually in order to profit from your existence, from your sickness, as well as to keep us in a mind prison, keep us locked up in that slavery mind prison, which we can never wake up to reality. We can never wake up to all the frauds, all the illusions, because once you are deprogrammed, de-indoctrinated from all these um, spells that you've been instilled when you were young, then you can see everything they do. In this case, since I am around the New Jersey uh, slave plantation, I can tell you that I've been monitoring. And as a freelance journalist, divine journalist investigator, I've been investigating everything and anything higher rank slavery privileges Phil Morphy does um, or has been doing for a while. And his antecessors, whoever has was selected before them. And it happens in every state as well, and everywhere in the world, because they are all plantations, right? So this is why you see all of a sudden changes in weather sporadically. It is not because there is what they call climate change. It is simply the fact. that there has been weather control, that they've been playing with this, playing to be God. Very dangerous, by the way, playing to be our creator in order for them to get away with legal crimes. And let me remind you that legal is the undoing of our creator's law. Therefore, it is unlawful. Anything and everything they do, it is unlawful, and universal law will make them pay for what they've done. Creation is not awake now awake, and they have been only able to accomplish the poisoning of the temple of the children of our Creator in very poor countries or so-called slave plantations as well, in which through lies, once again using the media, they have managed to convince these poor children of our Creator, these kept ignorance by design, in order for them to abide by the terms and conditions, in order for them to be forced into poisoning themselves. And this is the case for every single so-called country that has been part of these genocides, of these crimes, and they have nowhere to hide. They are like in the desert, as Kate has mentioned. They have nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. And this is why, my friends, for the last, I would say, 4 to 5 years, higher rank slave with privileges, Phil Morphy have been trying to stop me from exposing all their frauds, because they knew my awakening and my purpose in this world was coming up, and they thought they could stop it. As always, they defied our Creator, the King of Kings, and as always, they will get embarrassed in public like they are right now. So, my friend, let me remind you once again that there is no such a thing as any invisible enemy running around trying to infect you. It is the simple fact that I am going around giving creation back its power through an envelope. And that is the absolute fact. That's the only truth virus that is infecting everybody. This is why it's important for you to stay away from the truth virus, especially from me, if you come across in one of my walks. Because I'm going to de-indoctrinate, deprogram you, and I'm going to spark that truth inside of you. I'm going to lighten it. I'm going to set the fire in it for you to start questioning everything and anything you have been programmed and indoctrinated to believe. Because once I turn that on, you're going to start, oh, yeah, yeah. Like I've been doing it to many, many, many people I come across. And once I wake them up, especially those powerful warriors, trust me, there is nothing they can do. Right at that moment, at the same time, 8,000 wake up. The reason why they've been doing all this, there is no fourth season. There is no uh, freezing cold. It all has been auto fabricated. It all has been instilled, programmed in you. There has never been flu season. But everything they do is thanks to you consenting to be a slave. Everything they do is them doing whatever they want to do with their property by their terms and conditions. There are multiple functions for what they do the flu season, but the main one is to keep the slaves under mind control manipulation through this military using of mind control that destroys your nervous and immune system. They want to make you believe all this time, and will continue to do so, that is for public safety, health safety. No, they have used your compassion, making you believe they're there for you, for your children, when in reality they're not. They use you, compassion against you. Has been auto-fabricated for these months, the so-called winter, to put us in darkness, to lower our vibrations, to cause pain and suffering, specifically in the months of February through June. Like by the end of January, my friends, they already start, or even sometimes in the middle of January, they start doing their soul offerings, because everything they do through giving souls in order for them to stay in positions of power, get economic and social status, stability. They have they have kept us in low, vibrating low, very low. Why? Because that's what they want. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to have that power. They don't want you to have that self-control. They don't want you to have that nothing that can cause no pain and suffering in your life. They want to keep you vibrating low, 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 low. That mind prison, right? Another reason, because PSG, my friends, PSG makes money out of anything that has to do with weather control. The colder it gets, then you're gonna have to use the heater, right? And even if you don't have to use the heater, right? Even if you don't have to use the heater, then you know that they're gonna mind control you. That's why it is important for you to have the military using, because they can mind control you. Once they mind control you, my friends, then guess what? They're gonna be able to make a lot of money out of you, out of the ignorance, out of your how they control you to make it happen. It is how they operate. It is happening with my loved one. Just imagine that the last couple of days before this one that was freezing cold, it wasn't that cold, but through mind control, when it was freezing, they didn't. My loved one didn't turn it on. But now that it's a little warm, they made it turn it on. This is how mind control works. And then the bills are very high, and you cannot fight against it. You cannot go against it. That you're gonna have to just pay for it, because that's how they operate. They're gonna have to just do it, right, and pay for it, because right, they took your natural resources to sell it to you as services. This is how they operate, my friends. This is how they do it, right? They are now trying to come up and bring this climate change fraud. They're trying to bring it to South America. And once they bring it to South America, they are trying to do the same exact thing, right? Because they want to control the mind consciousness. Yes, my friend, everything is about controlling the mind consciousness. But, so you know, this is how they operate. So offerings, they're coming up. They have been doing it already. 2019, the elderly. Look at the dates. You look at the dates, you're going to find out. Then, if you go to 221, 220, same exact thing, same dates. Sold offerings. Everything has been done. And it has to be done every time, every year, in order for them to stay in power. Yes, my friends, let the record reflect. Higher rank slave with privileges, Phil Murphy, will continue to do this if you continue to consent to be their slave under the certificate legal name fraud contract that gives them legal rights to commit legal crimes and get away with them legally. So let me remind you one more time. It's illegal to use a legal name. It is crown copyrighted. But you can use it, no problem. Just you got to know that you are in the list. Not only for them to commit all the legal crimes they commit, destroying the family circle, putting innocents in prison, making you sick, however and whenever they want, forcing everything on you, right? Charging you for everything. Charging you for parking, even parking on the streets, through shareholders that are the owners of those parking meters. And everything they do, it is to cause pain, suffering, and put you in distress. Because this is what they do, they're going to continue to do, right? So, yes, my friend, share this information, and I will continue to investigate them in every way possible. I will continue to expose them. And just so you know, last night, once again, they have managed to to turn on the 5G high voltage electromagnetic sound wave frequencies brain surgery, and it happens between 11 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. And they're going to continue to do so, but it's not working anymore anyway. So we're going to continue to wake up, and if whoever does have those papers that I give, all they have to do is look at it again, and it will come back. It will lighten it again. It's like a candle turning on, and you lighten it, and then all of a sudden you put a little fire on it, and then they turn it off, and then you can light it, dries, and you turn it on again. So it wouldn't happen like this, because we have to expose these demons. We have to expose these criminals. These are the real terrorists. The legal terrorists are the only terrorists we should worry about. There are no other terrorists. These are the only ones we should protect our children from, because they can commit crimes and use those clowns with uniforms, right? With guns, tasers, right? The clowns that they think they're authority. They use those to force you to be a slave, acting as if they're tough, but they're not. They have no power, no name, no game. No name, no power for them. So you cannot play their games anymore. But if you do so, you just got to know the dangers of it, because you will be tested. You will be the next sold offering, whether you like it or not. But since you know the truth now, it is they know they can't touch anybody that has broken that contract, at least in the heart, and they're gonna try to force you into contracting. That's why all these auto fabrication of events, which is my I believe my 5, the occult art of auto fabrication of events, hurricanes, tornadoes, floodings, and so on and so forth. Everything has been done problem solution, divide and conquer, and under the legal name fraud. Just like all roads lead to Rome, all roads lead to the birth certificate legal name fraud. My friends, it is my pleasure, it is my duty, and it is thanks to our creator that I am providing you with divine journalism, that I am able to investigate, and I'm still here. So all glory to our creator. All will be for the glory of the King of Kings. Our creator will give you wisdom, strength, courage, empowerment to stand in truth, so you can continue to stand for your children, for your family. You cannot give your power away anymore. Do not consent to anything they say or do. From now on, my friends, it is time to never get any military dues in any so-called initiations or anything that can put in your temple, because then your nervous and immune system will be destroyed. And if you happen to get one of their flavor ones that comes already with the diseases right on spot, right? You don't have to wait for it to gradually you get sick. So then you're gonna have to you are simply gonna be in pain and suffering your entire existence. This is how they operate. Nothing of what they do has been to protect, to save you from anything. Everything has been done to destroy, to enslave, to cause pain, suffering, and bloodshed to you and your families. Have a wonderful day. Once again, Tilucho Vandes, freelance, divine journalist, investigator, here with Tiluchi News, sponsored by the King of Kings. Have a wonderful day today, February 20th, 2022. Take care, my friends.